Good morning. Welcome to October 29th edition of Megas and Movements Podcast. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today, folks? Today, we're all talking about that Hot Mess Express that we're on. Choo-choo, baby. Choo-choo, right? Because, to be honest, there's just some days that stuff just jams. Vinyl doesn't weed, right? Rhinestones, as you're doing a template, end up all over the floor. But at the end of the day, you still make it happen. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's how we can stay consistent through the chaos. We can use some systems to keep us calm, turn some mistakes into lessons, and protect your sanity while business is getting messy. So that's what we're chit-chatting about today. Now, if this is your first time here or a long time here, and know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. It's like 40-some degrees outside. It's going to get sunny and blustery today, is what they said. I got a sparkling mango lemonade Celsius we're rocking this morning. And then the most important part, 5 things. What are 5 things that you're going to accomplish today? My 5 things are a lot tied up in the same thing. We got multiple different meetings today. Then we've got design work and we've got sourcing. Those are kind of the 3 things, but meetings, there's multiple meetings. So that's what we got rocking and rolling today. Now, if you missed last night, I think we had a ball last night. Why? We got back to pressing live. We had some fun with it. We tried out some stuff, found some things that worked, some things that didn't work. But for the most part, I think we had fun doing it. Now, what did we do? Boom. There's that guy. 'Tis the season to sparkle. So we did that one up. And then what's it look like on an actual shirt? Ta-da. Boom. There it is. And I love the sparkle. I love the sparkle with it. So we're going to, we got to show the sparkle with it so we can see. Oh, yeah. So nice. So you can tune in for that. But the thing that it still makes me chuckle today is we had teacher shirts that we were doing. And so I stole 2 of them last night before Corey could put them away. But, I mean, you can't with that. Like, these are the teachers' Halloween costumes. So that was Glacier. That one was Glacier Stones right there. And then Dragon Stones was this one. I gotta find it. So by demand, by questions, there it is. It still makes me chuckle. By request, that 6-7 design will be on the website today. So there we go. We got that stuff going for you. So let's check in and see how people are doing before we get into stuff today. What did you think of last night's show? Back to kind of how it was going and State of the Union, all that fun stuff. Let me know. Beth, good morning to you. Nebraska, sunny and 32, water in the cup. Barb's got 38 there in north central Minnesota. Hot spice tea in the cup, 5 things. 3D printing, embroider wall hanging, logo digitizing, cut rhinestone templates, update QuickBooks. Busy day for Barb. Hi, Beth. Hello, everybody from Gabriella. Jeff, good morning to you. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Sharon, good morning. Kansas, cold, windy. Press shirts, ship orders, get a quote ready to sew out sample, eye doctor appointment. That's a busy day. Are they gonna dilate the eyes? That's always the fear of every time a doctor's thing. You're gonna dilate your eyes, then I can't do anything the rest of the day. Linda checking in from 54 cool degrees in Texas. Hot tea in the cup at 4:30, but now moved to iced tea. Oh, hey, you've been up for a while, Linda. 5 things: 3D print, design shirts, 2 photo shoots, edit photos. Linda's got a busy day. Sharon, good morning from Dallas. 53 and chilly there. Coffee in the cup. Finish and mail Etsy orders, some customer orders, and do a little designing and posting. Sounds like a great day there, Sharon. Sharon, where are you at? Phyllis, good morning from Houston. Man, Texas is representing today. Linda's 54 in Texas. 5 things, 3D print edit. Yeah, we did this ROTC photo shoot, Little League photo shoot. Busy. Pasha, right? Yeah. Good morning to you. Jerry, good morning. Tim checking in from Toledo. I'm tempting today and maybe a little tinting. Maybe a little bit of t-shirt work. About my friends at work, thinking my friends in Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica got rocked, yo. Well, the days to come, we'll see more stuff. But wow, 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 wow. Morning, Jerry and Timmy from Jeff. Jerry's giving her highs to Barb, Todd, Jeff, Chuck, and Tim. Boyd, good morning to you. It's cold outside. It is cold outside. Casey's cold. Woo! Getting people to vote. Is it vote day? Oh, that's next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday. Watched a show last night at 4:30 when I got into work this morning. Love it. Love the design. We had fun with it. I love that one too. Uh, I did get giddy last night. It makes me laugh every time I see that. Sandy, good morning to you. Um, Lania, good morning. Feeding the dog cinnamon tea. You're not feeding the dog cinnamon tea. You're feeding the dog thin cinnamon tea. Planning my chilly day in Ohio. Yeah. It's not good. Pasha's got cold and rainy Lake of the Ozarks coffee in the cup. Custom order templates. Make cheer shrinky dink hat pins. Ooh, that sounds fun. List new items on sale. Get things ready for Cheer Gym pop-up store. New designs. Love that. And hi, Angela, because then Angela was right there. Good morning. Chevelle, good morning to you. Sharon, I live in southeast Kansas. Willie, hello from Salisbury, North Carolina. First time viewer. Well, thanks for checking in, Willie. And hey, make sure like, subscribe, and share, right? Sharing is caring. It's free. All right. So we got those up out of the way. We'll come back in. We'll check in as we get through this. But today's topic, hot mess still pressed. All right. There are some days that vinyl just sticks everywhere. The coffee's cold. And you know what? You still get that job done anyway. You don't know why? Because chaos is temporary. Profits are forever. Some days it does just feel like the universe is testing your patience just one press at a time. You forgot to weed that part of the vinyl. DTF was aligned wrong. Coffee's cold. Your inbox is full of, hey, just checking in messages. You're running on fumes, frustration, maybe a granola bar. But even when it feels like it is a mess, you know what you do? You still show up. You still press, and you still make it happen. Because this business is not about perfection. It's about persistence. Every maker who's been at this long enough knows that chaos isn't a sign that you're failing. It's just proof that you're in the middle of something that matters. Growth is messy. Progress is sweaty. But results are worth every moment you thought about throwing away everything across the room, right? The most successful decorators aren't the ones who avoid chaos. They're the ones who learn to work through it. Every bad press, every shipping delay, and every sticky disaster teaches us how to handle the next one better. You don't get calmer because things are easier. You get calmer because you've gotten stronger. So today we're going to talk about how to stay grounded, stay focused, and stay profitable when your workspace looks like a tornado hit a craft store, right? I'm looking at it. We are going to turn that hot mess into our next big win. All right. So number one is let's lower the bar and raise the consistency. Perfection kills more progress than failure ever will. When everything feels like it's going wrong, your instinct might be to stop, to wait until you can do it right. Truth is, doing it messy still moves you forward. You don't need every system to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up. Some days your best efforts look like a full production day with music blasting, orders flying out the door. Other days, it looks like you're pressing one shirt and you're calling it a win. Both days matter. The goal isn't to be flawless. It's to be consistent enough that progress can build on itself. When you stop expecting that smooth sailing, the rough waters, stop feeling like failure. They just become part of that route to success. Every chaotic day is just another chance to prove that you can push through it, to pivot, and to press anyway. Some examples of this is a decorator couldn't get their designs to align one morning. They took a break, came back, and pressed one perfect sample. That shirt went on to sell more online later that day. All right. DTF printer film jammed mid-run, and instead of scrapping the day, we just fixed the machine issue and printed half the order and kept going with it. Everybody still got their stuff on time. So what do we need to do for this action step? For this action step, let's redefine what winning the day actually means. Write down your bare minimum daily goal and celebrate hitting that, even on the messy days. That's why we have that list of 5. These are 5 things that we're going to accomplish. No matter how much brings, we're going to get that done, so we will get accomplished with it. All right, number 2 is we are going to create calm through systems, not spontaneity. Spontaneity. And I can say it in my head, I just can't say it out of here. Chaos feels. I'm having trouble speaking this morning. Chaos feeds off disorganization. The more scattered your process, the harder it is to stay calm when things go sideways. The best way to manage that hot mess moment is to have systems that catch you when your brain can't. And these are just simple, repeatable systems like checklists, labeled drawers, batch processing. All of those things act like shock absorbers in your business. When things get stressful, your systems take over so you don't have to. And that's not boring, it's brilliant. It's how you make sure your creativity doesn't drown in the chaos. The goal is not to eliminate messy entirely. You never will, right? It's to make sure that it doesn't derail your momentum. When your tools, when your files, and your orders have structure, you can create space for your mind to focus on solutions instead of spiraling down. All right. So an example of this, a maker created a disaster drawer, right? Backup tools, extra blades, scrap vinyl. It was just when something goes wrong, they didn't have to waste time searching. Just went to plan B. It's the plan B drawer. It's where everything is. Another one started labeling every template with order notes. So when a client requested changes later, they knew exactly what they were going to get. So we made the notes on it. So action step for this is let's just identify one recurring chaotic moment in your workflow and design a small system around it. It could be a supply checklist, a labeled bin, or even a prep routine before you press. All right. Now, number 3, laugh it off and learn from it. I had to laugh last night. If you don't laugh, you're going to cry. Sometimes you're going to be doing both in the same 10 minutes. But really, humor is a maker's secret weapon. It reminds you that no single mistake defines your business. One messed up order doesn't erase hundreds of happy customers. When chaos hits, it's easy to spiral into that self-blame. I should have double checked. I'm terrible at this. Nothing's coming in. It's my fault. Mistakes aren't proof of incompetence. They're proof you're in motion. You're doing the work that the others only talk about doing. If something went wrong, that means that you had the courage to try. The best makers treat every problem as a punchline first, then a lesson. That mindset really will keep the creativity alive. And customers really love makers who can stay real and laugh through the struggle. Some examples of this are an artist accidentally pressed a design upside down. Who's done that, right? She posted on social media with the caption, "Limited edition gravity drop design." It became her most liked post of the week. Another decorator forgot to mirror her logo, ruined 3 things. Yep. Saved one, framed it, hung on the workspace as a reminder that perfection is overrated. So, action step for this is the next time you mess something up, document it. Photo, note, story, and then ask, what did this teach me that'll save me next time? All right. So before we get into 4 and 5, let's check back in and see what we got going on in here. Rustline, good morning to you. Waiting on that 6-7 design to place my order. They should be doing it here this morning. I sent it over this morning, and it'll be listed. We'll make sure that they have it posted as soon as it's out for it. Amber, good morning to you. Lifetime habits are difficult to rethink. Yes, they are, Jerry. 100%. Angela, been thinking of selling everything because I haven't been consistent. I have been consistent letting. There was been consistent letting. What's the best part of that? And then Jerry comes back. Angela, wait at least a month. Emotional decisions are usually the ones we regret. Absolutely. Sharon says, I love the 5 things and work in batches, and it's helped me more. It's helped me be more organized. And what, Sharon? What's the rest of that? That's cute. Limited edition, right? Limited edition. We just got to work with it. All right. Now, number 4. Hey, let's protect our energy like it's equipment, right? You wouldn't press with a broken heat blade or heat platen. You would not cut with a dull blade. So why are you working when your energy is running on empty? When you're in chaos mode, the temptation is to push harder, to stay up later, or to take every order to make up for that lost time. But exhaustion does not produce better work. What's going to happen? You're just going to make more mistakes. Protecting your energy is not a luxury. It's maintenance. You're the most valuable piece of equipment in your business. If you burn out, the whole system shuts down. That means breaks, hydration, stretching, and sleep. Those aren't optional, they're operational. When you treat rest as part of the job, not a reward for finishing it, you start performing from a place of power instead of a place of panic. You make better decisions, you move faster, and you handle that inevitable chaos with calm confidence. So, some examples of this is a decorator started ending every workday by cleaning off her desk, turning off the press, and that became their physical clock out. Desk clean, press off, done. And that helped their brain detach from the stress. Another one added a 5-minute reset break every hour. Refill water, stretch, just breathe. She said it cut her errors in half and made her days feel shorter. So, action step for this is just add one non-negotiable daily habit that protects your energy. Set a quitting time, a short walk, or just 10 minutes of quiet time before you touch your phone. All right. And now, number 5, embrace the mess. Right? You want to know why? It means you're moving. If your workspace is always spotless, probably not producing enough. Mess means movement. It means you're experimenting, creating, fulfilling, and learning. Chaos is not failure. It's just evidence that you're in motion working towards something bigger. Every successful maker has had moments where everything looked like it was falling apart, and yet they kept pressing. The difference between quitting and thriving is how you respond when things go wrong. If you stay grounded in the middle of the storm, you are going to come out stronger on the other side. You cannot build chaos. You cannot build success without some chaos. The key is to remember that this is not permanent. It's just part of the process. Today's mess is tomorrow's momentum. So, some examples of this is a maker's entire setup shorted out on mid-holiday rush, right? Cried, and then they found a friend and was able to use their press and get things done, right? Customers never noticed a hiccup. I don't know if you remember this. That happened to us a few years ago. Easter shirts for church. We got stuff in, and then we had a storm and we didn't have power for 3 days. So we packed up and we went to family's house and we used their house to press so we could get things done. Another example is an artist had to reprint 20 mugs because of ghosting. Instead of quitting, filmed the process, and it turned it into a tutorial and brought her 2,000 new followers. Embrace the chaos. And how do we do this? Well, we take a photo of our creative chaos, and whether that's your space, whether that's a box, whatever your creative chaos is, and save it. Take a picture of it. One day, you're going to look back and realize that mess was where all your success began. So, to recap, being a hot mess does not mean that you're failing. It just means that you're building something real. And here's how we're going to thrive through the chaos. We are going to lower the bar and raise our consistency. We're going to create calm through systems, not spontaneity. Whatever. 3, we're going to laugh it off, then learn from it. 4, we're going to protect our energy like it's equipment. And 5, we're going to embrace the mess because it means that we're moving. Now, some days you'll crush it. Other days you'll question everything that you're doing while scraping vinyl off the bottom of a press and reheating your coffee for, I don't know, the 4th, 5th time. But every one of those days counts because chaos is temporary and profits are forever. So just take a breath, press that next shirt, and remember, you're not behind, you are not broken, and you are damn sure definitely not alone. You're a hot mess, but you're still pressed. And that's exactly why you'll win. That's what we got for you today. Remember, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Friday's edition, Halloween. Woo, spooky. What are we talking about on Friday? DTF, determined to finish. I like that, determined to finish. You know, it's been one of those weeks, and we're going to talk about being determined to finish. How to stay focused when our brain's in chaos. Turning that burnout into momentum. The finish today mindset that builds consistency. We're gonna get through all of that. So I'm really excited about that one. All right, let's see what we got here before we got our mentorship call in about 35 minutes. So let's see what we got rocking and rolling through the stuff here. Christina, good morning to you. Here's a little for you. I had a very profitable store on a beach that got hit by a hurricane. I go down there, the store is gone, totally gone. But my next door neighbor, her store, gallery, where's the rest of it? Gone too. But walking around, picking up pieces of a roof, painting hearts on them, and selling them online. God bless her. She kept me going. Yeah, you guys in the coastal regions, especially they can be affected by hurricanes. You got to prepare for everything. Here we just get snow and tornadoes. So trust fingers, nothing's crazy like that happened. But yeah, it's just sometimes those little things that will just help us keep going. Audrey, good morning to you. Barb says, I may make a mess when working in orders, but there's a limit where I clean it up and it helps me reset for the next order. Absolutely. You embrace the mess, you embrace the chaos while you're doing that. And then when you're done, we clear it off, we start over. Right? Lincoln Spine, thank you very much. I find that too, Barb. Look at that. We got it. Okay. So like I said, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure to go like, subscribe, and share. Tuesday, I think we're gonna try some live pressing in. I'm almost 100% we will do a Tuesday with Todd. We have a kidneys appointment out of town, but I think it's early enough in the day that we'll get back and not have any issues with stuff. So we'll be going through with that. And there's that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Makers and Movers podcast. We got a big November coming up. Be looking forward to Wiz 6, crossing fingers on that. Be looking forward to the new mentorship community, crossing fingers on that. Be looking forward to Ready to Press Rhinestone transfers, and be ready for gang sheet builder, and be ready for flash sales, and be ready for Black Friday. Woo, we got a lot coming up here really, really quick. So with that, you guys have an amazing day. And until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.